Building Ideas is proudly brought to you by the Master Builders Association.
Building ideas, lots of great ideas you really need to know. Building ideas, sit back, relax and enjoy the show.
Hi there everybody, I'm so glad you've joined us for today's program because it's going to be a real beauty. And for starters, we're at Peggy Williams Bookstore, which is at 30 Smith Street in Walkerville. This lovely building has recently been built by Alan Shepherd Constructions, but there's much more to this lovely specialty bookshop. Downstairs you have the lovely shop, upstairs comprises of 3 luxury apartments. Peggy Williams Bookshop was established close to 30 years ago by Peggy Williams and her nephew James. And whilst they've moved 3 times, all within Walkerville during this period, this location is here to stay. Peggy's career spanned 52 years, including 42 years of committee service to the South Australian branch of the Children's Book Council, and even an Order of Australian Medal in 1992 for her services to children's literature, among many other accolades. She's fondly remembered by many and is still sadly missed following her tragic passing in a car accident in 1998. The bookshop provides quality children's literature to schools around Australia and had its storeroom and retail shop in separate locations for approximately 15 years. Thanks to Alan and his team, that's all changed now, and the bookshop, as well as the required storage, is all located at this one site. We're going to show you all the wonderful features in both the bookstore and the luxury apartments. We're going to catch up with James, who's the owner of Peggy Williams, and have a chat with him. And we have these other great stories to show you too. We'll check out the progress on our state's biggest construction project, the new Royal Adelaide Hospital. We'll hear from one very talented South Australian artist in our regular Celebrity Home segment. And Andrew has the lowdown on driveways. The driveway segment focuses on what you should do with driveway constructions and, more importantly, what you shouldn't do. And that's why it's always important to engage a master builder like Alan Shepherd Constructions, and in that way your whole project is going to run smoothly, just like it did when James Williams employed Alan and his team to construct this wonderful new look Peggy Williams bookstore and the luxury apartments upstairs. James's brief outlined the need to centralise all of the bookshop's activity, including the shop front, storage space and residential apartments. However, the opportunities to do so within Walkerville were limited because most of the existing buildings in the trading area were either heritage listed, not big enough, or didn't have the right layout. That was until James and Andrew located a vacant block and with it a very blank canvas to build exactly what they wanted. The end result, as you can see, is nothing short of fantastic and ticks all the boxes that James and Andrew required. We're going to show you more of it throughout today's program. First of all, it's over to Andrew.
That looks like a really interesting Alan Shepherd Constructions project. But now I'm going to show you an iconic Australian building product, which is COLORBOND steel fencing. COLORBOND steel has been around for almost 50 years and is made by BlueScope right here in Australia. It won't rot or be eaten away by termites and is a smart choice if you live in a bushfire-prone area. Testing by the CSIRO and the Bushfire Cooperative Council shows that a steel fence can help defend your home against the threat of bushfires. We've spoken before about the various products available in COLORBOND steel. COLORBOND fencing brings with it many benefits, both physical and visual. For starters, there are 14 colours to choose from, so you won't have any problem finding one to match your colour scheme. It's quick and easy to install, and a fence made of genuine COLORBOND steel is durable and easy to maintain. Typically, just water and a soft bristle brush is all that's required. All you really need to do is keep an eye on the bottom of the fence and just make sure it's clear of soil and garden debris, and every now and again just give it a hose down and that'll keep it clean and looking good. One of the other definite advantages of a COLORBOND steel fence is that it looks great from both sides. There aren't any unsightly palings or exposed uprights to contend with. And because COLORBOND steel has a durable baked-on finish, it will look good and stand the test of time. It also offers privacy and enhances security. And the fact that COLORBOND steel is made from steel which is 100% recyclable means you'll be doing your bit for the environment too. Best of all, COLORBOND steel fences are backed by a warranty from BlueScope Steel in Australia, so you'll enjoy added peace of mind. A fence made of COLORBOND steel is a smart choice. It'll provide you with the security you need, as well as having good looks that'll last. So if you want some more information and to see the whole COLORBOND steel fence range, then jump onto their website at colorbond.com.
Building ideas. Building ideas.
In past episodes of Building Ideas, we've looked at recent buildings of note, and if you ask me, this one takes the cake. And of course, we're at the Royal Adelaide Hospital, and they tell me it's going to be fully operational by 2016. It's just an amazing structure, and it's been so exciting watching it grow, and it really has changed our city skyline. The new Royal Adelaide Hospital is one of the largest social infrastructure projects in Australia and the largest ever undertaken in South Australia. On completion, it'll be one of the most advanced hospitals Australia-wide and deliver world-class healthcare to all South Australians. The entire hospital has been developed around a patient-centred model of care and will incorporate 800 beds, all based in single rooms. All general inpatient rooms include a private ensuite, natural light, windows that can be opened to allow fresh air, River Torrens views and easy access to outdoor areas and green spaces. Its Green Star credentials include many environmentally sustainable initiatives to ensure the efficient use of water and energy. The RAH, or the Royal Adelaide Hospital as it's commonly referred to, will be able to take up to 85,000 inpatient admissions each year, and the emergency department alone will be able to take up to 30% more people than it currently does. At the height of construction, there are around 2,000 workers on site every day, making it our state's biggest construction site. Over 155,000 cubic metres of concrete has been laid to build the structure, which is 3 times that used to build the Empire State Building in New York. The building is 300 metres long, which is the same as 29 Adelaide Metropolitan buses, and over 11,000 facade panels have been installed. There's no doubt that the new RAH will be one of the most technologically advanced hospitals in Australia and will set a benchmark for hospitals of the future.
As an example, the courtyard that we're in at the moment has been designed for spinal patients. It's been designed to be used as an assessment space, allows patients that are in hospital for longer periods to be brought out into an environment that is suitable for their conditions. There are areas within the facility that have been designed to support family or carers of patients, such as in the inpatient bedrooms, we've got the ability for a carer or significant other to stay overnight. So as much as possible, we're trying to de-institutionalise the hospital and encourage people that are important to the patient to be part of their care.
There's no doubt that the new RAH will be one of the most technologically advanced hospitals in Australia and will set a benchmark for hospitals of the future.
Throughout the facility, every area where a staff member or a patient will access has access to natural light. So even in the basement where traditionally there is no natural light, we have quite comprehensive courtyards in the basement and light wells then that go up through the facility, so every area has access to natural light.
There will be wireless technology and equipment for tracking capabilities, electronic information kiosks to assist and direct visitors easily throughout the hospital, and it will have one of the nation's largest automated pharmacy dispensing systems, featuring dispensing robots, improving efficiency and patient safety. This precinct will help integrate our research, education and healthcare all into one central hub. Needless to say, our health is in very good hands thanks to the South Australian Government and the many master builders that help build this state-of-the-art facility.
Seeing that RAH segment made me think of logistics, and the thought that came to mind was how big that driveway is going to have to be to accommodate all of those emergency vehicles. Now typically when we renovate or build our own homes, we don't really think about the driveway too much. But it's definitely worth pausing for reflection, because if you think about it, you're going to use your driveway almost every single day. The look of your driveway can actually have a pretty big impact on the overall look and appeal of your home too. And because it's one of the first points of entry to your home, it's a really good idea to make sure that it's both practical and relatively stylish. The type of driveway you select should ideally complement the look of your home, and there are literally dozens of different options available. If you have a contemporary home, an aggregate concrete driveway might be a good option. It offers clean lines and is available in many different colours. However, if you have a more traditional style of home or a character home, a paved driveway may be more suitable. Then there's pebble driveways, slate driveways, driveways with centre strips of lawn, pattern pave options, plain concrete, and of course, asphalt driveways. Regardless of the type of driveway that you choose, you're going to need to make sure that it's poured or laid correctly so that it doesn't move, sink, or crack under the weight of cars and traffic over time. And also you need to make sure that your driveway is wide enough to easily accommodate your car. And consider all possible options like reducing the slope and steepness, installing ramps, and creating extra width for ease of access. Remember, if you're planning on having any work done to your driveway or having a new driveway installed, especially in relation to the section between your property and the road, check with your master builder because chances are you'll need council approval. And it's your responsibility to make sure that your driveway is in good condition. Anything less could be dangerous and also costly to repair if you leave it too long. So if you'd like more information or to find a driveway specialist, then visit sabuildingdirectory.com.au.
Ideas. Building ideas.
I've really enjoyed our Celebrity Home segment, and this week we have a very exciting celebrity. She's undoubtedly one of our state's most talented artists. Last week we saw her larger-than-life mural at Madame Hanoi's Bar and Restaurant, and this week we're at her beautiful studio on O'Connell Street. And of course, I'm talking about the very talented Emma Hack. Emma is renowned for working in the unique medium of body paint installation and photography. Exhibiting extensively throughout Australia since 1999, Emma's astounding artworks have captured the attention of collectors and art lovers throughout the world. Perhaps best known for her refined body paint camouflage technique, Emma has received great acclaim for her wallpaper series in which she painstakingly camouflages the human form by hand painting her models in the remarkable designs of the late Florence Broadhurst. I'm with the gorgeous Emma Hack, and Emma, it's hard to track you down. We normally do celebrity homes, but we've had to come to your gorgeous studio because this is where you live, isn't it?
Oh, pretty much at the moment, yeah, working on new work, so it always takes time.
Oh, well, we've just admired your lovely larger-than-life mural that you did at Madame Hanoi. Well done with that.
Thank you, it's an amazing commission to do, you know, like, yeah, the larger-than-life thing's pretty full on.
And so with your work, what's inspiring you at the moment? What have we got on show?
Well, the gallery at the moment is set for winter, so we've got, it's called Shadow Play, so it's all blacks and whites, and then my next one's going to be for my Sala exhibition in August, and that's all embroidery work, so completely different from anything I've done before.
You do, you keep mixing it up all the time, don't you?
I think as an artist you kind of want to grow and within your practice, and I'm well known for the body art, but I do, you know, later on down the line not necessarily want to be doing that forever, so it's a slow transition, and obviously one-off pieces are quite special for people, so with the embroidery they take about 160 hours, so it is something special with my hand, you know, creating the work, so yeah, hopefully everyone loves it.
It's amazing. Well, the thing that amazes me each time I come in here, it looks totally different.
Yeah, well, we like to change it up. So again, you know, because it's all my work that I show in my gallery here, I try and sort of mix it up with themes. So, you know, I'll have a Christmas theme, and then I'll have a Mediterranean summer. We had a chinoiserie theme, which is really pretty and beautiful. And, you know, we'll be doing a spring theme, which will be full of bright colours and flowers and all the fluffy things that people love. And we'll obviously change the wall colour again then, so, and wallpaper.
Well, guys, I highly recommend coming in. It's very comfortable in here, very homely, and you get to chat with Emma and her lovely assistant, Rebecca. Isn't Emma an amazing talent? And don't you love her studio? It would be a really great place to work from. Very much like Peggy Williams Bookshop, where we are hosting the program from today. It's a really great example of mixed construction because you have the wonderful bookstore downstairs, and upstairs your luxury apartments, which I can't wait to show you a little later in the program. Peggy Williams is a specialist children's bookshop stocking a huge variety of reading materials. Because of the large selection of books available for purchase here, one of the major requirements of this new building was to include a comprehensive storage section.
Have you tried any of the Lemony Snickets?
No.
The series of unfortunate events? You may have seen some of that on TV. It was made into a movie. Or we've got the Warriors series down here as well.
Books naturally invoke an active imagination, and with this project essentially driven by the needs of the bookshop, various interesting elements have been included to provide a unique space where children can view an almost endless range of books in a shop built specifically for them. It includes features like a revolving hidden bookcase, reading areas and nooks, and mobile shelving so the space can be opened up for book launches and other events. It's a space where children can let their imaginations run wild and escape within the pages of a great read. I'm with James Williams, who is the owner of Peggy Williams Bookstore, and it's named after your Aunt Peggy too. That's lovely to have the memory there.
Yeah, it is. We started the business together 27 years ago up on North East Road, and unfortunately Peggy was killed in an accident in 1998, and I've run the business since then, and we now sell to schools and public libraries around Australia.
And you've got to tell me about your relationship working with Alan Shepherd. How did all of that go?
Oh, look, it was fantastic. Myself and Andrew, the mate of mine that have been doing a couple of buildings and a little bit of development over the last couple of years, went to a few different builders, and Alan was really the main one that could fit into the budget what we wanted to do, obviously with a few adjustments to make sure that everything would fit budget and get what we wanted, and this is what we've ended up with.
Well, this is just the ideal situation where you've got your retail downstairs and your residential upstairs.
Oh, look, we're really fortunate to be able to do that. Obviously, there's no land component on the upstairs area, and myself and Andrew saw the opportunity to create a building that would probably pay our children quite well into the future as part of a super fund that we set up.
There's another hat. And there's the wizard's cane. There's Wally.
A little later in the program, we'll have a look at one of the apartments upstairs. But first of all, after the break, Andrew's going to look at the changes in housing trends.
Building ideas.
Over the past few years, it's often been said that our houses are getting bigger while our blocks are getting smaller. And the reason for this is simply that our lifestyle and building trends are changing. Why else would we want a bigger house on a smaller block? In the 1980s, the average size of a 3-bedroom project home was about 150 square metres. Today, the average size is more like 250 square metres. So if our blocks are getting smaller, how can our houses be getting bigger? The answer is pretty straightforward, really. Speaking in very general terms, many homes are built over 2 levels, and they also have large open-plan kitchen, living and meals areas, which alone can contribute to an extra 40 square metres or so. Basically, we're making more use of our blocks, and instead of having big backyards, our homes are taking up more space on the block. The other difference is that many of us now have at least a 1-car garage built under the main roof. There are obvious benefits associated with both of these inclusions. Having an open-plan living area encourages greater social and family interaction, whilst a garage under the main roof is an advantage when it comes to convenience and added security. Although the size of our home seems to have increased, the cost of building hasn't actually increased all that dramatically. It's actually the cost and availability of land that has boosted house prices. However, South Australia continues to remain one of the most affordable states in which to build and renovate a home. And with interest rates continuing to remain low and steady, now is a great time to do so. The important thing is to invest wisely. Do your research, get some quotes, and engage a correctly licensed master builder. They're bound by a code of ethics and they're professionally trained. So if you want some information on which master builder can help you, then jump onto the website mbasa.com.au.
Some interesting information there. Now I'm back in Peggy Williams Bookstore. I'm actually upstairs in one of their luxury apartments that's been built by Alan Shepherd Constructions. And with all of Alan's residences, it's been beautifully appointed and the finish is exceptional. Given that this type of building was one of a kind and new for the area, Alan and his team took a great amount of care to make sure they got it right the first time. The building blends well with the surrounding streetscape, and the use of recycled bricks and pressed metal are a nod to a bygone era. As we heard earlier from James, the builder-client relationship was excellent right throughout the entire building process. And although there were many subtle changes made during the building period, there were no major hiccups. Each apartment incorporates 2 bedrooms, well-appointed bathrooms and wet areas, a spacious open-plan kitchen, meals and living area, and a private alfresco balcony perfect for entertaining family and friends. It's lovely, light and bright, and I think that really adds to the appeal. And the neutral floor tiles, they're just great. They flow seamlessly through the living area right out onto the balcony, and it gives it that seamless inside-outside feel. The louvers, they're really cool, and so is the pressed metal, which is on the ceiling of the balcony. Apartment living brings with it so many benefits. It's low maintenance for starters, and because of where these 3 are located, you're right in the centre of a great retail precinct, but you can still enjoy privacy too. The 3 aquarium-style windows to the kitchen are a great inclusion too, because they don't compromise on privacy, but allow ample natural light to flow into this main living area. When I last caught up with Alan, he was really excited about this project because it fell outside the scope of what they usually do building their residential luxury homes. He said this project created a lot of interest, challenges and even excitement. And when you look around and see the finished product, you can see that everybody would have been very happy. Now, if you'd like more information on Alan's beautiful homes, you can look up their website, alanshepherd.com.au. Now, stay with us because we're going to let you know what's on next week's show. We're going to host the program from a brand new display home from South Coast Constructions. We'll hear from SA Water about your water meter responsibilities. And we'll visit one very flamboyant SA celebrity in our Celebrity Home segment. It's going to be a great show, so I really hope you can join us then. Now I'm going to head back downstairs to the bookstore because I've seen a few good reads that are going to have to come home with me.
Building ideas.
Building Ideas proudly brought to you by the Master Builders Association.